you.
Go ahead, dear.
What do you want to know? Let me tell you.
You called.
Oh, I called to tell you about the business that we have recently started and how I expect to and hope to affect the lives of a lot of people in the oil field right now. We started a company called oilfieldfamilies.com where we provide all sorts of resources and support to families in the oil field as well as oil field workers. And our website's getting about 25,000 people a day coming to there to just network, to interact, to build community, and to just take part in what we have to offer. We're here basically as a way of supporting and encouraging people that are in the oil field right now and trying to find ways to just strengthen that community since there's so many people in our country right now that are hating on oil. And we're really here to just try to show them support and encouragement and help them through this difficult time.
25,000 unique visitors a day?
A day. Yeah, we only launched our website at the beginning of February, and we've already had over 250,000 people visit our site. And so we post informative articles. We provide resources of all sorts. We're going to be starting a mentoring program for people that are starting businesses in the oil field. Mm-hmm. Both my partner and I have come from oil field backgrounds, and we're
Is that
very
Sissy?
excited. Yes, that's Sissy. Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at your site.
Okay, great. I'm Lori.
I figured that one. How do you measure your web traffic? Who are you using for that?
Google Analytics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you monetize this? How do you eventually ever make money on this?
All right. Well, at the moment, we have a multi-step process for monetizing, but at this moment, we're looking for people that are going to advertise on our site. That are trying to reach the type of people that are coming to our site, which is generally people in the oil field. And we want to work personally with those advertisers because we want to make sure that the products and services that they're offering is something that will actually benefit the people that we serve.
So who do you foresee being a top advertiser? Who would be your ideal top advertiser, your signature sponsor?
Very good question. Drilling contractors that are looking for jobs. I mean, that are looking for employees to work for their company, any kind of oil and gas service company. And frankly, attorneys that would be able to specialize in different aspects of the oil field that could help our people through different issues they might be having with their company or on-the-job injuries.
Do you have a cost breakdown already on your ads and where they're going to be? Because I only see a spot that says your ad here.
Right. No, I have an advertising package.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, good for you, Laura. I will tell you, one thing I've learned with people who try to create their own media outlet, and that's what you're doing. When you think about it, this is a media outlet, no different than a radio station or a TV station or an old-fashioned newspaper. A lot of people think they can get into the media outlet business.
Yeah.
And one of the things I tell people, I hear this sometimes from people who do radio shows in a specific field, whether it's financial advice or job shows or real estate shows or whatever else. A lot of people think that the most important thing is monetizing your content. And I tell them, and it's not, you're on the right track because you're thinking about the right things. The most important thing is to have compelling content. Compelling content will bring eyeballs. For you, eyeballs. For me, it's ears. Compelling content will bring eyeballs. Compelling and engaging content will keep them there. And that will build a loyal audience of people who trust you, not because you're running some business of throwing things up on the website and then selling a plaintiff's attorney spot down at the bottom. So what you're doing to engage your viewers is brilliant. My hat's off to you because somehow you must have some background in this and you understand that what you want to build is a community, not a website. And go ahead.
I'd actually like to speak to that because while my partner and I both do have a background in the oil field, both of us came together when we discovered that we have a very, very true and deep love for the people that we minister to through this outreach. And my attitude was, we are here to support these people to truly be a very, very essential part of their life. We want them to come to us
What's the number one thing that oil field families are dealing with? What is the reason for this? Give me the number one things they struggle with.
Well, the number one thing right now that they're struggling with is the economy, the oil economy, and how the bottom has fallen out of it, and basically that, you know, they're finding themselves losing their jobs, or they're in fear of losing their jobs, or they're experiencing pay cuts and so forth. So there's a whole lot of fear in that area. But when times are not as critical as this is, there's a huge issue with, one, the way that the rest of the world doesn't appreciate what these extremely hardworking people do. These people sacrifice their lives. I mean, they're in a way a form of, they are soldiers in a way. They're sacrificing their lives. They're out there doing the jobs that are extremely hard. They're away from their family. They're risking life and limb, and they're doing the kind of work that the rest of us can't even fathom to provide the oil and gas that we need to survive on. And the rest of the world is sitting out there hating on them just as a group of people for that, when they should be expressing gratitude for who they are. So one of the things that was a goal that we had is to establish a platform where other people can actually see the humanity of these people that are really working and serving the rest of the world. So that was kind of the attitude that I had. If we do what we're doing right, everything else will come as a result of our commitment to
That's
serving our people.
absolutely right, Lori. Good luck to you. And that is my advice I give everybody who starts up a blog that they hope to be where they make their living, or a website or a podcast or anything else. The first thing you have to do is you have to have compelling content. You have to have compelling content. The second thing you have to do is you have to have compelling content that people can find, that is easily accessible, that typically is on demand. You're a website, so it's less of an issue. And the next thing you have to do is it has to be engaging. It has to be so compelling that I then move to the next level of, I want to interact with it. I want to help it. I want to be a part of it. I want that to define part of who I am. And when that happens, when you have compelling content and an engaged audience in whatever medium you're using, then the next step, which often for good programmers, for good content providers, is the hardest part, is monetizing it. But you don't monetize it at the front end. You monetize it on the back end. And that means you have to be capitalized at the front, which for you means you have to have a way to make your house payment and your car payment and be able to eat out and do the things that you want to do in your life, because you're not going to make money in the first year of this thing. You may not even make any revenues, because competing for ad dollars today, radio does it, TV does it, newspapers used to do it. They're about out of business now, but newspapers are now websites. I mean, you're competing with so many different sites. But if you're getting hits, and you're putting up compelling content, it'll come.